Hi guys, this is Miss Jamie from the Twin Rivers branch, and today I have another STEAM video for you. We're going to do some fun activities involving snowstorms, which include making your own snow and making a snowstorm in the jar. So let's get started. Okay, so to start out with, we're going to work on our snowstorm in a jar. So you really need a lot of, well, not really a lot, but some common household items like Alka Seltzer. You know, when people have an upset tummy, this is what people go to. A clean jar. This is just a pasta sauce jar. Some craft paint or acrylic paint works too, just any water-based paint. A 1/4 cup of water and some baby oil. So we're gonna take our jar, clear this out a little bit, and we're going to fill this about 2/3 of the way full, maybe around here. Now this is going to be an experiment in density. So that means how heavy a liquid or solid or any state of matter is. But it's really cool when you do it with oil and water, actually. You'll see what I mean in a moment. So we're gonna pour our oil in here. This might actually be the rest of my bottle. Yeah, that's fine. Baby oil. In the jar. And we're gonna put this aside for a second and take our 1/4 cup of water, and we're gonna take a little bit of our paint, squeeze some of that in there. See, I'm using craft paint, which is very, very watery. So once you have your paint in your cup, you're gonna mix it really, really well. So it becomes one, like, just a really watered down paint. That's all. Because my craft paint is so thin and watery already, it's so easy to mix together. If this was an acrylic paint, you'd have a little bit more effort to mix them together, but they're still a good option to do. And once your paint is all mixed together, you're gonna pour this into your jar. And as soon as you pour it in there, it's going to separate. And that's what I mean by density. The water in the paint and the water itself are already heavier than the oil. So it will all go to the bottom. The oil is less dense, so it will always be on top of water. Already pretty cool. So to add a little bit of pizzazz, I'm gonna add a little bit of glitter. I have snow glitter already. So I'm gonna just put some of that in there. I'm just gonna sink to the bottom slowly because it has to go through that oil. Whoop, there goes one big clump. So when I do that, while my glitter is going down there, I am going to pull out an Alka Seltzer tab. So you're probably wondering, what is Alka Seltzer anyway, Miss Jamie? Well, Alka Seltzer is basically just baking soda and citric acid. And when you dissolve this in water, it's gonna create a chemical reaction. And it's gonna make bubbles and foam up. And we're expecting that to happen with our water-based paint here. Just one Alka Seltzer tab. You don't need more than one, but you can if you want this to keep going. You just break it up into a few pieces. And then and now that my glitter seems to be settled, we're gonna drop one in. And then we're gonna drop another one in. Now that I've zoomed in the camera, you can sort of see little bubbles coming up, but I'm gonna keep dropping my tabs in. See if that makes anything more exciting. Did a little mixy mix because I think my glitter was preventing them from going down more. Oh, there we go. That's what I wanted. So when the bubbles go up, eventually they're gonna come back down, and we're gonna have a little snowstorm. Just like that. And this sort of reminds me of a lava lamp. Just not as lava-y, just snowy. Which is appropriate for the winter time, right? So we have all of my glitter coming up too. Let me put some more in here. Oh yes, very cool. So that's basically a snowstorm in a jar. And if you just let this go, it'll go for maybe about 40-45 seconds. And you can always put another tab in if you really wanted to and keep going. Just don't waste all of the Alka Seltzer in your house. Someone might need it. Now for our next activity, 2-ingredient snow. Now, it's not going to be real snow, which is sad, but if you just want to play with something that's really easy to make with what you have at home, this is what you do. So with our 2-ingredient fake snow, all you need is conditioner, like hair conditioner, and baking soda. And it's a 1:6 ratio, which means we're going to do a 1/2 cup of conditioner and 3 cups of baking soda. So I have my trusty 1/2 cup and my trusty 1 cup to help us out. And what should happen here is that we're going to make something similar to the consistency of snow without the cold and the ice, and just be able to play with it and make our own little snowmen. Right? But make sure you're doing this in a bowl or a bin like I am. Otherwise, you're just gonna make a mess of the table. So I just used up 1 box of baking soda, which is 1 pound. And yeah, and that's 3. And I think I'm a little under, so I'm gonna just do a little bit more. The weird thing is you don't need any fancy shampoo or fancy conditioner for this. I just got one from my local grocery store that was under $2. It's gonna smell like coconut, which is not like snow at all, but it's gonna be fun. So in our bin, we have our 3 cups of baking soda. And then we're gonna do our 1/2 cup. Ooh. The thing is here, you have to have white conditioner. Otherwise it won't be snow, right? So unless you really wanted to get a colorful conditioner, then you'll just have maybe like purple or green or blue snow. I mean, that's what it looks like in like the movies, right? Sometimes. So 1/2 cup in conditioner going in. And the fun part of this is that you don't need this spoon to mix it together. You just need to use your hands. And we're gonna mix this together until it comes to a very snow-like consistency, which means you can make snowballs. So my conditioner is actually cold right now, but so it does sort of feel like snow. And thing is, if it doesn't come together easily, you can add more conditioner. Well, hello, Coconut Smith. You are potent. So, that's exactly what I was looking for. First try. So, yeah, you can keep this if you put a lid on it, but you can do whatever you want. Just don't throw your fake snow at your siblings. I don't think they'd like it very much. I know my sister wouldn't. I'm just fluffing it. It's really cool how quickly that came together. And like I said, the fun part is mixing it together with your hands, so why not? And that's pretty much it from Miss Jamie. I hope you guys have fun with these activities. As you can tell, I sure am. So, see ya.